Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. This is 15 Minutes with the Captains. Welcome back. I'm Captain Josiah. Today's topic is going to be the traps and snares of interracial marriage. The snares and traps of interracial marriage. All right, let's get Deuteronomy 7:3.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shalt thou not give unto his son.
This is a law for the Israelites. Today, that's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read again.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Come on.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
It says they will turn away your son from following him. The Most High, that is. They will. It's not maybe, it's not might. They will. Read on.
That they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you.
And the anger of the Lord will be kindled against us when doing these things. Okay? Joshua chapter 23. And we're going to start at verse 7. Y'all pay close attention. Watch this.
The book of Joshua, chapter 23, verse 7. That ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them.
Because all the nations outside of Israel, they have other gods. This is written with a little g, meaning idols, idolatry, and so forth. Read on.
But cleave unto the Lord your God.
Cleave unto the Lord your God, the creator of heaven and earth. Read.
As ye have done unto this day. For the Lord have driven out from before you great nations and strong. But as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day.
As for you Israelites, no man was able to stand before us when we followed wholly after the Most High. Read.
One man of you shall chase 1,000. For the Lord your God, he it is that fighteth for you, as he have promised you.
When the Most High Spirit upon us, no nation can stand before us. Read. Watch this.
Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God. Else, if you do anywise go back, and
read,
and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them.
If you go back and make marriages with them, come on.
And go in unto them,
read,
and they to you, know for a certainty.
This a guarantee, know for a certainty. Again, not a maybe, not a might, know for a certainty. Read.
That the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you. But they shall be snares and traps unto you.
It says here, they shall be snares and traps unto you. They shall be. Read.
And scourges in your sides.
Come on.
And thorns in your eyes, until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God have given you.
Right. So now this is the primary backdrop of the lesson. These nations shall be snares and traps unto us. So now I want to get into a little bit of history on how this happened, or just give y'all an example of how it happened. Let's go to 1 Maccabees, 1 Maccabees chapter 16, and we're going to start at verse 1.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 16, verse 1. Then came up John from Garazah, and told Simon his father what Sendebus had done. Wherefore Simon called his 2 eldest sons, Judas and John, and said unto them.
Now, in a previous lesson we did, we notated that this is Simon Thassi. Okay, you can read about him earlier in Maccabees. So Simon Thassi had 2 sons here. Okay, he had more than that. I think it was 3 in total. Matter of fact, we'll get it later on. But here's Judas and John. Read on.
And my brethren and my father's house have ever from our youth unto this day fought against the enemies of Israel. And things have prospered so well in our hands that we have delivered Israel oftentimes.
Yep.
But now I am old, and ye, by God's mercy, are of a sufficient age. Be ye, instead of me, and my brother, and go and fight for our nation.
Right. So this is Simon passing the torch to his two eldest sons. Now let's skip down to verse 11.
Verse 11. Moreover, in the plain of Jericho.
So now later on, this is in the plain of Jericho. Read on.
Was Ptolemaeus, the son of Abibus, made captain.
Right. Ptolemaeus. Now, going back into the history, Alexander had 4 generals. Okay. Well, Lysimachus, Seleucus, Cassander, and Ptolemy. Right. Again, I'll say them again. Lysimachus or Lysimachus, Ptolemy, Cassander, and Seleucus. All right. Now, this Ptolemaeus came out of that Ptolemaic line, which is the Egyptian line. They were in Egypt. All right. Read verse 11 again.
Yes, sir. Moreover, in the plain of Jericho was Ptolemaeus, the son of Abibus, made captain.
So now he was made captain. Now watch this.
And he had abundance of silver and gold. For he was the high priest's son-in-law.
He was the high priest's son-in-law. Who was the high priest? Simon. 1 Maccabees 13 and 42.
1 Maccabees chapter 13, verse 42. Then the people of Israel began to write in their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest.
You see that? Simon the high priest. So now Simon, an Israelite, was son-in-law to Ptolemaeus. So means what? He gave his daughter to this Edomite. He made marriages. They made marriages together. They made a league with them. Okay, go back. First
Maccabees 16.
Yep.
Verse 12.
Yep.
For he was the high priest's son-in-law.
He was Simon's son-in-law. This Edomite was Simon's son-in-law. Read.
Wherefore, his heart being lifted up, he thought to go get the country to himself.
So wait a minute. It says he thought to go get the country to himself. He made a marriage with Simon's daughter, and his mindset the whole time was to take over the country. Read. Come on.
And thereupon consulted deceitfully against Simon and his sons to destroy them.
He consulted deceitfully. Read on.
Now, Simon was visiting the cities that were in the country and taking care for the good ordering of them. At the which time he came down himself to Jericho with his sons, Mattathias.
So now this is the other son. He came down with his sons, Mattathias. So now, read earlier in the he had Judas and John. So now this is the third son, Mattathias. Read on.
With his sons, Mattathias and Judas.
So it was at this time he only traveled with Mattathias and Judas. John was left behind. Read on.
In the 117th year.
Yep.
In the 11th month called Sabbath, where the son of Abibus receiving them deceitfully.
That's Ptolemaeus again. The son of Abibus is Ptolemy. It says he received them deceitfully. So y'all come on in, have a good time and so forth. Read.
In a little hold called Docus, which he had built, made them a great banquet.
So he called them in deceitfully, made them a great banquet. Food, wine, whatever you want. Okay, come on.
Howbeit, he had hid men there.
Howbeit, he hid men there. He set up a banquet, called them in, and he hid his army. Read on.
So, when Simon and his sons had drunk largely, Ptolemy and his men rose up and took their weapons and came upon Simon into the banqueting place and slew him and his 2 sons and certain of his servants.
You see what happened there? Once they got in there, Simon and Judas and Mattathias, when they're eating and drinking, the damn devil went in there and killed them. Okay? Set them up. Let them get fat with food, get a little drink in them, get a little tipsy, went in there and killed them. Okay? Read on.
In which doing he committed a great treachery and recompensed evil for good.
You see that? He recompensed evil for good because there was supposed to be peace amongst them. There was supposed to be peace, but you can never trust your enemy. Read on.
Ptolemy wrote these things and sent to the king that he should send him an host to aid him, and he would deliver him the country and cities.
Right, because he wrote to the king at that time trying to get the country turned over to himself. He's like, hey, Simon ain't around. They not around no more. You know, you could just give me the kingdom now. Read on.
He sent others also to Gaza to kill John.
Now he tried to go after John Hyrcanus. So he got Simon, he had got Mattathias and Judas. He's like, now I got to get John. I got to get him out the way. Read on.
And unto the tribunes he sent letters to come unto him, that he might give them silver and gold and rewards.
Come on.
And others he sent to take Jerusalem and the mountain of the temple. Now, one had run afore to Gaza and told John that his father and brethren were slain. And quoth he, Ptolemy had sent to slay thee also.
So somebody came and gave him word. Hey, listen, your father's brother's dead, and he coming to get you too. Read on.
Hereof, when he heard, he was sore astonished. So he laid hands on them that were come to destroy them, to destroy him, and slew them, for he knew that they sought to make way.
Right. So they were the ones that came to kill him, okay? But he got out of the situation, all right? So now this is an example, okay? The scripture says, don't make marriages with them, otherwise they're going to be snares and traps unto you and thorns in your eyes. This is an example right here. Now, give me that article. Give me the article, IT. Right, we're going to start at he right there. Yep.
It says, he never assumed the title of king.
Now, this is talking about John Hyrcanus, okay? He never what?
He never assumed the title of king, being content with that of high priest.
Yep.
The beginning of his reign was not happy. He could not avenge the murder of his father, for Ptolemy, whom he had shut up in the fort Dagon, subjected Hyrcanus' mother to cruel tortures.
So wait a minute. Look at this now. So it says he could not what?
He could not avenge the murder of his father. For Ptolemy, whom he had shut up in the fort Dagon, subjected Hyrcanus' mother to cruel tortures on the walls of the fort.
So now when John went to try to get revenge, this dude had his mother tortured. Okay? Like, listen, I got your mom here. Don't touch me. Right? Subjected her to torture. Read on.
On the walls of the fort, whenever her son attempted to attack it.
Anytime he came to attack, they started torturing her. Read on.
Hyrcanus, therefore, raised the siege after several months, although his mother bore the tortures with heroic determination and encouraged him to punish the murderer.
So she was with it. She was like, she encouraged him. Listen, get him, okay? Don't stop. We need to avenge our father. Read on. Or your father. Read on.
Finally, however, she was put to death.
However, she was put to death. Read on.
As was, presumably, an imprisoned brother also, while Ptolemy himself fled to Rabbath Ammon. Right,
so Ptolemy ended up fleeing. But what I'm showing y'all is this demon was married to the daughter. He killed the father, two of his sons, then tried to kill John as well. And when John went back to get revenge, he tortured the mom. Now, it doesn't mention what he did with the daughter, but imagine if he was going to torture the mom, what do you think he did with his own wife that he had married? It was all political. He only used that marriage to get political power, okay, to overtake them. Now, give me Psalms chapter 10. So that's why the Bible says they will be snares and traps unto you. If you go back and try to cleave unto them, it's going to happen. Moses said no for a certainty. All right, Psalm chapter 10, give me verse 10. No, 9.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10, verse 9. He lieth in
wait.
wait.
What? Give me verse 8.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Wait a minute. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. Read on.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
His eyes are privately set against the poor. This is what we just read, the history of Maccabees. It was always prophesied this what this demon would do. Okay, read on.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Hey, yeah, y'all want to have a good time? Yeah, come on in. Let me set the food out. Here's the drinks. okay, set him up to kill him. Read on.
He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones.
You know what the crouching and the humbling was? Yeah, I'll take your daughter. I love her. That's, I want to marry her. We'll be one family, and then set the whole family up. Torture the mom, kill the mom, everything. Okay, read on.
He have said in his heart, God have forgotten.
He said in his mind, God forgot. God ain't going to punish us for this. We got away with it. Read on.
He hideth his face. He will never see it.
God hide his face. He hid his face. He ain't going to see us. Okay. He forgot about the Israelites. He don't care about them. Read on.
Arise, O Lord, O God.
This is a prayer for King David. And this is our prayer as well. Arise, O Lord. What?
O God.
Come on.
Lift up thine hand.
Lift up thine hand. Read on.
Forget not the humble.
Forget not the Israelites. Don't forget us, Lord. This should be our prayer. Read on.
Wherefore doth the wicked condemn God? He have said in his heart, thou wilt not require it.
He has said in his mind, God is not going to require it. But guess what? The Most High is going to revenge the Israelites when we come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. So, Lord willing, y'all got some out of the lesson. With that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.